like I said, we have 70 plus objects as part of 1909, which covers the whole of manufacturing as well as wholesale domain of AFS. Capability to derive complex logic in selection criteria. Okay, I really have to emphasize this again. Um, so Migration Cockpit provides you an opportunity to select the data based on company codes. Yeah. So in the Fiori UI, you can provide company codes which you feel is relevant for migrating to S/4HANA system, and Migration Cockpit will take care of fetching only those data with respect to the migration objects for those company codes. But now you can immediately jump in and tell me there are certain data which is not directly relevant to a company code. Yeah, there are a lot of content in the AFS system which cannot be directly reduced based on company code. But here, Migration Cockpit has the intelligence to derive the other organizational data based on the company code. Okay, so you may have, okay, let me take example of a season. A season data is very specific to AFS, and season data comes with a lot of condition records created against it for certain sales organizations. Now, if you want to reduce the season data based on company code, it's not possible because there is no direct relationship between company code and seasons. But then seasons has a relationship with sales org. Migration Cockpit intelligently finds out what are the sales orgs which are referent, which are relevant for the company codes which you have chosen for the migration, and then uses that sales org values to reduce the seasons condition data. And only those condition records will be migrated which have sales org values which is relevant for the company code. This intelligence is already built in Migration Cockpit, not just with seasons. For any data that you refer to, it automatically derives the other organizational data based on the company codes that you provide. Okay, automated mapping between source and target. Like I said, everything is pre-built. The content is already delivered to you. We have done the hard work. We have done the heavy duty, and we have completely converted the AFS data to S/4HANA fashion and vertical business data. Here I'm referring to converting materials with grid to articles and variants, converting a customer to business partner, and many such aspects. Ability to pre-populate the old values and suggest the new values based on the selection. Yeah, so this is also done in Migration Cockpit. Another point I want to emphasize here is in many of these migration objects, you may prefer to use internal number ranges. Okay, so you may be creating a sales order in the S/4HANA system, but your configuration says that I need to use internal number ranges. So a new sales order gets created in the S/4HANA system, which is relevant to an existing sales order in the AFS system. But this mapping is also created in Migration Cockpit. So Migration Cockpit has a mapping which says what was your old sales order and what is the new sales order created. And this mapping can also be downloaded in form of an Excel sheet from LT MOM transaction, which is the modeler transaction. This Excel sheet can be kept for your future reference to look back and say that I had a sales order with this value in the source side. Now it has become a new sales order in my S/4HANA system, and this is the new value. This is also possible in Migration Cockpit.